There's basically the Batsuit. I wasn't even allowed out of the studio with the suit on. It's like,
where are you gonna go in the Batsuit? Go get a
smoothie.
You're like, can I not just pop out for this?
Just for 5 minutes. No, yeah, that's true.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart.
March 4th marks the highly anticipated release of The Batman.
The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
The latest reboot of the wildly popular superhero franchise stars Robert Pattinson as the Caped Crusader,
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays.
while Zoë Kravitz plays Selina Kyle, a waitress and occasional drug dealer who in the near future will become Catwoman, but for now finds herself aligned with the Bat to solve an increasingly sinister mystery.
Selena, don't throw your life away.
Don't worry, honey. I got 9 of them.
The Batman was Robert and Zoe's first film together, but it was not the first time they met.
I camera tested for a film Rob did called Remember Me
Yeah.
a long time ago. We chemistry read together.
Yeah, when I was like 22 or something like that.
Honestly, I forgot that even happened until you mentioned it the other
Right.
day. No, because I don't know. I was like, I mean, I wasn't working very much, so I'm sure I was just really nervous and hadn't done a lot of chemistry tests and all that. So
I remember you being cool.
cool. Thanks.
The end.
Of course, Robert is joining a long line of talented actors who have taken on the iconic role. And if there's one thing they all have in common, it's that they never forget their first time in the suit.
It's funny because I'd probably spent it must have been about 10 months since I'd got cast to when I first put on the suit. And you know, I'd done my screen test in different suits, and when I did a screen test in George Clooney's suit, and it was kind of terrifying because it was absolutely boiling hot and pouring sweat, and it was like a major makeup issue, and we were trying to shoot scenes, and I was literally, I sweat a lot anyway, and this was just like a torrent coming out the whole time, and I thought that was what it's going to be like when I was shooting the movie. And so for 6 months, I'd been thinking, I don't know what I'm gonna do I need to get some Botox in my sweat glands or something, because otherwise there's absolutely no way of doing this movie. And then I finally put it on, and it was just so nice. I mean, it was just kind of so incredibly well designed. First of all, it looked so cool, and I had, normally all the Batsuits are kind of these pristine superhero suits, these kind of latex or kind of rubber suits, and this was like a dusty kind of soldier's suit with bullet grazes in it and kind of gashes all over it, and the bat symbol has tons of scratches and wear, and I really wasn't particularly expecting that, and there's like little blood stains on it and things, and then I put it on, and it just kind of, it felt so well articulated, and you can kind of look in the mirror and you think like, oh, it's completely transformative. I mean, you suddenly feel 10 times the size afterwards.
Meanwhile, Zoe didn't get to wear the cat suit just yet, but she did have her fair share of cool outfits.
It was a crazy experience going from, just talking about ideas about what the bike suit would look like and what kind of clothes Selena would wear at the club and all of that. And, for Selena, this isn't the cat suit. We're meeting her before she becomes Catwoman. So what was really fun about that was kind of starting to plant the seeds of, what will grow and evolve into the cat suit, and making this kind of worn and torn bike suit that she wears all the time. And yeah, it was a really fun thing to develop together. And then seeing Rob as Batman, I was really blown away by, you really couldn't see Rob anymore. He was Batman now, and it's, especially when you know somebody, if you can really kind of forget what's under the mask for a minute, it's a pretty incredible experience.
Both Robert and Zoe were delighted to hear from a few of their fellow actors who had played these beloved characters in the past.
I got a lot of love from, mostly from afar on Instagram, or, them talking in interviews. Michelle, I did get to see Michelle soon after I got cast, because her husband writes Big Little Lies, so we were all together at an award show, and she was so sweet and warm and encouraging, and both Hallie and Anne on Instagram sent really, really nice messages, so I felt very welcomed, which was cool.
Yeah, I randomly bumped into Christian Bale in a restaurant toilet, and I didn't actually, and we were actually peeing next to each other, and he's like, oh.
That's so
like,
funny.
And he was like, we were like, oh hey, I'd never met him before. And
just like the nod, the Batman nod as you guys were peeing in the
he's like,
urinals.
you don't forget the zipper. That's staying out. But weird, I mean, in his suit, it was actually more of a problem for him. Like, I saw the suit, and it's like, you really
Couldn't go to
no,
that.
you're screwed in that suit. And you realize afterwards, I mean, even though I could sort of technically get out of it, it's the first time, the helplessness you feel when you're kind of
So sad.
yeah, you're kind of. Also, I mean, the other thing is because when you're in a porta potty, so I've literally been talking about toilet things.
I know.
Every single interview.
I
on this
know, but it
shit,
really
so-
is like the biggest challenge in terms of like your everyday life and making.
But like a
yourself.
set porta potty because the main thing was the shoulders, and also the neck, because I could technically get out of my clothes, but I couldn't see where anything
Yes,
was.
I remember watching you like try and put things in your pockets, like whatever.
I mean, you
it
try
was
and
just-
turn around
you're
and so
just
you
like
get trapped in rooms. Like if you could get in, but you couldn't get out without going backwards.
like reverse and try from a different angle.
Like most installments of this franchise, The Batman is a dark and moody film, which meant there was plenty of rain on set.
They call it visual effects, but that's real.
But that's water, and it's falling down on our heads, so it's rain.
It's basically rain.
I just remember one point I was doing that scene where I was like hiding behind the car, and it was already so cold. It was like the pickup in the warehouse, and Matt just kept on yelling, "More rain! More rain!" It's like,
And it's literally just, you're basically having a bucket of water poured on your head. It's like, how is this impossible?
There were frequent challenges throughout the filming, but Robert and Zoe were both more than impressed with each other's performances.
Got a nice ring. The bat and the cat.
I was really impressed by Rob's ability to make each scene feel different than another scene because his face is so covered up and you can only see, basically chin and jaw and eyes. It's really hard to, I would imagine it would be really hard to kind of give any musicality and to be able to have the audience feel the difference in tone and emotion, and watching him do that basically with only his eyes, and even his eyes are quite hard to see because it's all dark around them, so watching him actually figure out how to do that was incredible.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I think as soon as Zoe came in when we were doing a screen test together, it was very, I mean, it's just great when you see someone who's just really perfect for a part, and she just came in. It was like, and even though I would imagine you'd be kind of nervous.
Totally nervous.
And she like didn't look nervous at all. She was kind of improvising and stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is like, and I was just kind of standing there like, can you just say the lines?
I know, sorry, I remember that moment.
I don't know how to improvise like this. Stop it.
Why are you going off book?
Don't go off.
Don't go off
Okay,
book.
it's embarrassing.
That's really funny.